I'm Xing Zhao. Today, I want to present the moral issue that arises in the workplace was sexual harassment. Mr. Lee was a manager in Company A. He was responsible to keep track on the employee working progress. Whenever Ms. Wei reported her work progress in his office, he would lean in closer and touch her shoulder. This obscene behavior for Mr. Lee occurred frequently. On some occasions, he will make some offensive sexual remarks suggesting that Ms. Wei to wear shorter attire to work as it will make her appear to be more elegant. Prior to Ms. Wei joining the company, there is also a sexual harassment cases in which Mr. Lee are involved in. Despite the distress caused by Mr. Lee's action, Ms. Wei chose to compromise on this sexual harassment issue. This decision was driven by the fear of the potential consequences of losing the job if she was to bring the matter to light. Ms. Wei was particularly concerned about retaining her current job, which was vital for covering her living expenses. The thought of losing her job weighed heavily on her, which will force her to drop out from college. The vice identified on Mr. Lee was overindulgence. Mr. Lee's behavior of touching his subordinate's shoulder and making some offensive sexual remarks have indicated a vice. This arises when one individual was lacking self-control over their desire and pleasure. Mr. Lee's engagement in indecent behavior to satisfy his own pleasure may cause a distress on others. This clearly reflects on Mr. Lee's conduct. Firstly, leaning closer and touching the shoulder of Ms. Wei. Second, making offensive and sexual remarks to his subordinate. On the other hand, Ms. Wei's action choosing to compromise on the issue revealed a vice of cowardice. This involved the behavior of someone who is extremely fear and try to avoid danger. Ms. Wei could have bolstered her courage and voiced out the sexual harassment issue to her leader instead of sacrificing her own dignity and endure the sexual harassment. As for the analysis, Aristotelian virtue ethics stands out for its distinctive proposition of two vices, excess and deficiency, in each virtue. In this case, the virtue of temperance corresponds to the vices of self-denial deficiency and overindulgence excess. Mr. Lee is displaying the trait of overindulgence. As mentioned, Mr. Lee have also involved in a sexual harassment cases before Ms. Wei joining the company. This frequent indecent behavior for Mr. Lee may lead to the development of sexual harassment habits, thereby shaping an abnormal character of Mr. Lee. While there may be a more suitable way for Mr. Lee to divert his excessive desire instead of hurting others to satisfy his desire, Mr. Lee may need to take into conscience that his action is not a matter of course when her subordinates choose to compromise on this case. On the other hand, Ms. Wei who chose to compromise and endure the distress can be seen as displaying the trait of cowardice. Ms. Wei's behavior could be perceived by others as an act of self-sacrificing that driven by fear. Unfortunately, her act of cowardly may encourage Mr. Lee to behave even more poorly. One could argue that Ms. Wei are forced to sacrificing herself to pursue her study due to her poor family background. She may weigh heavily on her education compared to the distress caused by Mr. Lee. In this scenario, Ms. Wei may believe that sacrificing herself to endure the distress is more valuable than dropping out from the college. There are two practical recommendations in this case. Firstly, Mr. Lee needs to be addressed for his indecent behavior. This requires the leader to impartially evaluate Mr. Lee's behavior within the organization. It's crucial to communicate to Mr. Lee about his indecent behavior and emphasize that such conduct is not tolerated. Without taking this initial step, there can be no forward movement in helping Mr. Lee to become a virtuous person as per Aristotelian standpoint. From an Aristotelian perspective, becoming a virtuous person involves realizing their full potential in excellence. Failing to acknowledge Mr. Lee's overindulgence will impede their progress towards attaining their full potential. Besides, it is crucial for Ms. Wei to consider her own dignity and master her courage when confronted with difficulty. When confronted with a challenging decision that demands courage, she should remind herself that feeling uncomfortable while doing the right thing is normal. Hence, this requires Ms. Wei standing up and voicing the issue to her superiors to ensure that she is treated with respect. Besides, Ms. Wei can increase her courage by sharing this issue with her parents. Thus, she will gain more supportive energy to address this matter effectively. Thank you.